Hi, I'm Nyesha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Hi, this is rJo, and welcome to another segment of The Relationship Show. Oh, it's not? Oh, I'm sorry. This is All Politics is Local. Lori was getting me confused. But welcome back to another segment of All Politics is Local. This is your host, rJo Winch, with the wonderful, delightful Lori Ligginger Hudson from The Relationship Show, which I meant to say earlier. So thank you so much, Lori, for coming on. You know, it's always great to be able to have those conversations. Let me get the advertisements out the way first. So we have a couple of things that are going on this week, so be very, very mindful that on Saturday, June the 21st at 11 a.m., the Greater Hartford Progressive Democratic Women's Club will be hosting a candidate forum for state senator, which will be in the 2nd Senatorial District, will be Senator Eric Coleman and also Sean Wooden, who is going to be running. Sean Wooden is the council president currently in the city of Hartford. And you know, of course, Senator Eric Coleman is the current senator. They will be there. And then we're also going to have from the 7th District State Representative Forum, that will be our current state rep, Doug McCrory, and the co-spokesperson from the 7th District Town Committee, Donna Thompson-Daniel. So for all of you who have some free time on Saturday, June the 21st at 11 a.m., come down to the new Nutmeg Charter Oak Lodge. It's located at 171 Bellevue Street here in Hartford, Connecticut. We will be there. And immediately following the forum, we will have our annual picnic. That's right. We will be cooking out in the parking lot of the Charter Oak Lodge, right, at 171 Bellevue Street. And then the following week on Thursday night, we will have an evening with the Honorable Denise Napier, who is our state treasurer, at 2976 Main Street in Hartford, Connecticut, at the Sportman Athletic Club. That's right, you heard it. Thursday night, 6 to 9, June 26, 2976 Main Street with the Honorable Denise Napier. So you all come on out and support. Free to get in. Going to have a nice time networking with the state treasurer. Tell her what it is. Some of the things that you think that the state can do. One of the big things that we need to make sure that she does, keep chat alive. And for those of you who don't know what chat is, it is an educational program for children going off to college. So we want to make sure that she knows just how important that is. So I look forward to seeing each of you on Thursday, June 26th, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Sportman Club, located at 2976 Main Street. Now, Lori, let's get into our political stuff. Mm-hmm. I am so tired. If I hear one more person talk about why Hillary Clinton cannot be president because it's something that her husband did, I'm just going to jump through the TV screen.
It is what it is, rJo. It is what it is. It deflects the issues. It takes us off what the main point is Hillary is a smart, educated woman who can be president of the United States. So let's take everyone off a beaten path and focus on things that don't matter.
Right, that's absolutely true. Because if it's my job, what he did really doesn't matter.
Right.
And look at how long it was 20 years ago.
I know. But hey, that's their only course of action at this point. Can you name one thing that she should be hung for? And honestly, there's nothing.
There is nothing.
There is absolutely nothing. She is definitely a reckoning force. And it will be very interesting to see her. I can actually see her, president of the United States and being elected. I can see it. I can actually see it. When I see her walking on stage, when I see her presenting and speaking, she has such authority. She has such presence, just like any other president. And I think she will be very successful in the election.
That's right. And if other countries could have Margaret Thatcher, then we can have Hillary Clinton.
Absolutely.
Absolutely we can. So, but one of the things that women, we have to remember that it's we who control the voting block. It's we who who control the outcome of elections. Check any state, check any city, you will find that the majority of the electorate are women. So why is it that we continue to put people in office who don't understand our needs, who don't understand our issues, who don't understand the things that we need to have happen? We're pretty well smart. We're pretty well learned. You know, many of us have multiple degrees. We can conjugate verbs and articulate an idea for ourselves. So, all that being said, make sure that if there's a viable candidate out there and it's a woman, don't let that stop you from voting for her, even though somebody else says, well, you know, what about she's going to be a grandmother? Well, what about him going to be a grandfather? You know, well, what about she's a mom? Well, what about he's a dad? You know, what about she has to go to work? Well, what about him going to work? So, you know, everything is parallel in the US of A, I have to say. You know, in the United States, we're more parallel than other countries. We're more, you know, liberal about women going to work and the breadwinner and stuff like that in our country. Because we have a lot of homes where he's the Mr. Mom and she goes to work. So, you know, whatever it is, but we're actually talking about a person going to work. I don't care if she's wearing a ponytail. I don't care if she has a bob. I don't care if she's wearing pants, a skirt that day. Because there was a whole big conversation about, you know, Hillary Clinton in her pantsuits when she was running against now President Barack Obama. So what? If he could have put on a skirt, maybe he would have. You know? So she had the flexibility to wear pants or wear a skirt. And actually, if I'm going to be on a high stage with a lot of people looking up at me, I probably want to be in a pantsuit too.
Very good point.
Okay? Because some of them people, you know, looking you up here on the stage and they down here below, you know, looking at all your cookies under your dress. So, be in a pantsuit.
I don't know about all that.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a good look. Yeah.
No, you're right.
So, it really, really isn't. So, one of the things that we're doing here in the state of Connecticut is making sure that women get engaged, that women get out and vote. Make sure that you bring your sister and your mom and them all to the polls. And our election here in the city of Hartford will be on August the 12th. 2014. So make sure that each and every one of you get out there. I think it's the second Tuesday in August, and make sure that you vote in the primary. If you're not a registered Democrat, get yourself registered and do it soon, because the time that you're going to be able to vote in the primary is coming up very, very quick if you don't register now. If you're a brand new voter, you're going to be all set. But if you want to go from independent or from Republican to Democrat, then it's going to take 90 days. You're not going to be able to vote until the general election in November. So the key thing is get yourself registered to vote now so that you can vote in the elections on August the 12th in the primary. All right, the primary elections that's going on in the city of Hartford, again, is the 2nd Senatorial District and in the 7th District. So make sure that you all understand how important that race is and vote your conscience. Vote for the person who you know is going to get out and support the things that are important to you. Because what good is it to elect somebody in the office because they're your friend, and then a day after that you can't get them to go to work? You can't get them to answer your phone call. So be very, very careful this year, because who you put in office is going to really, really determine about what's going to be happening in your municipality for the next 2 years on the state level. And then next year we'll be talking about what's going on in the municipal elections. And we definitely want to make sure that everybody's engaged on that one. All right. So we had a different kind of show, you know, planned for this evening, and it just didn't pan out, you know, but that's okay. You know why? Because all politics is local, and we make sure that we keep you up to date on everything that is going on, not only locally, but some of the national things that are going on. We still say go Nina Turner in Ohio. She's running for the new Secretary of State in Ohio, and you watch the news, you see that Ohio is one of those states that's really trying to cut people voting rights. They want to get rid of the early voting. They want to get rid of, you know, souls to the polls. And for those of you who don't know what that is, like after church on Sunday, the ministers get all the people in the church on the bus and take them to the voting places so that they can get out and go ahead and cast their votes. They are a city that have early voting rights, so they vote for almost a whole week. So I wish that we had that here in Hartford. I wish that we had that in Connecticut, because we talk about the low voter turnout. If people could vote on multiple days, imagine how many more people would be able to vote.
Absolutely.
And then not only that, in some other states, you don't have to be sick or ill to use your absentees. You just use that as a method of going to vote. Use it as a method of voting. So I don't have to be out of town to do an absentee. I don't have to be sick to do an absentee. I could just use the absentee voting ballot as my choice of how I want to cast my vote for a particular candidate. All right, so those are some of those things. But we're not live tonight, but you can still call us. Call the executive producer. If you leave a message, he will get that message to me. And that number is 914-222-3771. He'll take a message and get it to me, and then I'll be able to answer whatever questions you might have. You can also email me at rjowinch@yahoo.com, and I will get to your questions. Or you may call me directly on my cell phone at 860-462-5063. If I'm not responding at the moment, leave a short message and your phone number, and I will definitely get back to you. All right? Because one of the things that we want to make sure that we're continuously engaged with our community, make sure that the community understands things that are going on around you. And many, many people have many, many questions about taxes locally, about still the high unemployment rate locally, about the school system locally. You know, so those are kind of things that we want you to continue to be abreast of. We're going to try within the next couple of weeks to get the Board of Ed representatives here. Remember, they're elected officials too. We'll try to get some of them here so they can answer some of your educational questions. Because I know that you all have many, many, many of those. Because when I run into you on the street, you're always talking to me about what's going on with the educational system. You know, and people are saying, well, we don't have this, we don't have that. Well, why do we have this school over here? Why do we have that school over there? I was talking to somebody earlier today about the whole Martin Luther King Weaver High School issue, where they're trying to move the Weaver High School back into the old Weaver High School building. So there's some things that's going on, you know, in your neighborhood, in your communities that definitely need to be addressed. So keep your eyes open. Make sure that you're attending your NRZ meetings. If you live in the Blue Hills area inside the city of Hartford, that meeting takes place the first Thursday of every month at the Blue Hills Library over on 677, 678, somewhere in there on Blue Hills Avenue. If you live down in the Maple March area, that meeting takes place the second Thursday of the month. Go down there at see Hyacinth Yenny at 10 Campfield Street. It's right in the basement of the church. All right, so that's just two of them. If any others of you have NRZ meetings that you'd like for us to announce, we will. If you're in the Northeast, they have their NRZ meeting tonight, as a matter of fact, on Monday nights at I think they're at the Willie Ware Center or either Calvin D. Anderson building on Main Street. All right, so just get in touch with where your community meetings are. And in the Upper Albany branch library, the first Monday of every month if you live in Upper Albany. Go to those meetings to see what's going on, because that's where the decisions are being made for your community. That's where the people are talking about what's happening where you live, and you want to make sure that you're there to have a participating part about what goes on in your community. Don't be screaming and yelling and ringing my phone after the decision has been made. Go to those meetings, find out ahead of time what their plans are, because in that way you can maybe express how you feel, or cut some of those plans off, say, no, that doesn't work for me and my community. And then that way they will know that these are things that you agree or you disagree with. All right, so we have about another minute or so, and then we're going to go to commercial break, and we're going to come back to you with the next half of the show. Stay tuned.
I'm attorney Jeffrey Dressler. Learning happens every day, even in summer. Hartford Public Library and Hartford Public Schools, in association with Mega Education, present a summer of discovery. Join celebrations of learning each week at a different Hartford Public Library branch. Ice cream for all and a computer tablet for a lucky boy and girl every week. See Hartford Public Library website and follow the summer sun, because learning happens every day, even in summer.
Hi, this is rJo Winch from All Politics is Local, and we're so happy to be at this festive celebration. Another legend is retiring in the city of Hartford, none other than the former Deputy Speaker of the House, Marie Kirkley Bay. And I'm standing here with two legends of their own, Princina Holloway, the first Deputy Sheriff in the city of Hartford, and also Thurman Milner, the first black mayor of the city of Hartford. So how do you two feel about being here today?
Oh, I really feel great. Marie Kirkley Bay deserves this. She's worked very, very hard. I've served with her in the House of Representatives, and she's worked hard for our city, and I think it's a great affair for her. I'm glad so many people turned out tonight. It's good seeing you.
Oh, don't forget that part. He said it was good to see me.
Well, I'm so glad to see the one that I'm standing beside of because he is a great guy. I've been knowing him over 30, 40 years. And I say Kirkley Bay, I've been knowing her about that time too. And she's a great person and she was a great state rep.
And I have three fantastic Hartford residents here. The former mayor of Hartford, Eddie Perez. Also, I. Charles, a former council member. And none other than the one and only fire chief, Chief Stewart. So how you young men feel about being here today?
I'm here really proud to be a part of the history that Marie wrote for the city, here with her family, telling her thank you and wishing her well.
All right, and Mr. Matthews?
Well, there are many people who would question my administration, but one of my best decisions was bringing Marie over to the Democratic Party. Remember that? She was in People for Change, and I talked her into coming over to Democrats. That was a great decision. I'm proud to be here today.
All right, now she's a legend in the city of Hartford.
God bless everybody, and I stand here, and Marie Kirkley Bay brings out the best, because she has been the best and still is good. So I thank you very much, rJo, the mayor, and the deputy mayor.
All right, thank you all for being here. And we have another guest of Marie Kirkley Bay here who has some wonderful things to say about our legend.
Absolutely. Marie is from, she just came to us with Celtic Property Management. She's our representative, tenant representative for Sigourney Muse. We love her. She's doing a wonderful job. I'm so proud, and I can't believe what a beautiful job this is. I love her, and I congratulate her, and
all right, and thank you for being here. And we're speaking of legends in their own time, I have none other than Miss B. Powell here. So, Miss Powell, how you feel about being here with Marie?
Oh, it's just wonderful. Marie has done such wonderful things, and I can just imagine the challenges that she faced when she first went into office. But she always did it tactfully, honestly, and she always got results. And one thing about Marie is that she was never boisterous. She would come up behind you and say, well, you know I got that money for you.
All right, thank you so much for being here today. All right, here we are with another Hartford legend, the longest reigning councilwoman in the history of the city of Hartford. How you feel about being here to celebrate Marie tonight?
Oh, it is so exciting. You know, since I left politics or the council, I really haven't participated in very many political events, so it's great to be here this evening. I made a special effort because Marie has always been so supported. She is a woman for the community, and I'm all about the community.
All right, yes we are. Yeah, I'm rJo Winch from All Politics is Local, and we're celebrating a legend in the city of Hartford tonight. And I just want to see some of our guests. And how do you feel about being here with Marie today?
I feel so honored right now. I'm just overexcited right now. I'm very, very excited to be here.
All right, good. And Marie has done some wonderful things and some wonderful work through your organization.
Yes, she has for our community. She's done a lot over the years. I think something like 20 years. She's always been there for the people of Mashantucket.
All right, so thank you so much for being here tonight. Okay. All right, and here we have one of Hartford's finest from the fire department. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. And how do you feel about being here celebrating one of Hartford's legends?
I am really excited. This is a wonderful occasion, and she served so well. So hope some of us can follow up and follow her footsteps and do some of the great things that she's done over the long period of time she did in the city of Hartford, from the city council to the state house. So we really appreciate and honor her for all her hard work to the community.
All right, thank you.
Still working on it.
All right, thank you so much for being here to share the time. And I'm rJo Winch from accesstv.org. All Politics is Local, and I have the privilege to be standing here tonight to celebrate a legend, the retirement of Marie Kirkley Bay. And I have with me the CEO of the Voices of Women of Color, Carla Williams. So how do you feel about this excitement night tonight?
This is an exciting night because I admire Miss Kirkley Bay. I think she's a great leader and has been a great leader for our community, and she has sacrificed a lot for her family just to take care of the community. I'm going to miss her, but I can always go and visit her. But I love her, and I wish her well on whatever she has done, and I'd like to say thank you for the work you've done for our community.
All right, here we are again at the retirement celebration of Marie Kirkley Bay, a legend in her own time in the city of Hartford. And we're standing here with another legend in her drill team and the wonderful, wonderful drummers. So how do you all feel about performing here tonight?
We feel very great. Of course, we know Marie Kirkley Bay personally, and we've been with her for a long time and respect her to the utmost. So it was a pleasure to be here today.
All right, and thank you so much for your performance and your dedication.
You are so welcome.
All right. All right, here we are with State Senator Eric Coleman of the 2nd Senatorial District. And so, Senator Coleman, how do you feel about being here in the celebration of Marie Kirkley Bay?
Marie Kirkley Bay is one of the people that I would always be willing and most desirous of celebrating. She's a fantastic, marvelous lady. We served together for a number of years in the House of Representatives. I think I will always admire and respect the work she did. One of her hallmarks is her passion. She was very passionate about the way in which she represented the people of the district that she was serving. And she had the respect, she earned the respect of many of her colleagues, and they'll long remember Marie Kirkley Bay. She'll remain a resource for myself and other people who are in elected office. And I'm sure that all of those people that she served with want to wish her well and want to continue to maintain contact with Marie Kirkley Bay.
So how do you feel about being here tonight?
I feel great.
All right, and what does Marie mean to you?
I would like to say Marie, she does a lot for me since I'm the Deputy Chief of the North District. She's worked with me in many, many years, and I appreciate everything she's done.
All right, and thank you so much for being here to celebrate with us tonight. Welcome back to AccessTV.org, and we have none other than our Congressman John Larson here tonight. And I'm sure John Larson probably don't know a little bit about Marie Kirkley Bay.
Yeah, I understand, though, she's going to be starring in your next novel.
Oh, my goodness. Why did you blow my secret?
Well, because I know a lot of people, they figure from that novel it's going to be turned into a TV show, maybe HBO, maybe Netflix. Someone's going to be interested in it.
But it'll all be based on the truth.
It'll be based on the truth. And if they write about Marie Kirkley Bay, it'll be a great story. A great story for a kid who grew up in the projects, worked her way up through the Aetna, and went on to serve with honor and distinction. What I love about her is what I said earlier here, is she said, I was stigmatized and discriminated against because of what they perceived to be my value and worth based on how much money I made. She said, today they call me honorable, but I was always honorable, no matter how much money I have. And that's the fight she waged on behalf of people, not unlike yourself.
Well, listen, I've been there too, so we understand that clearly.
Exactly. And so we wish her the best tonight. What a great lady. It was great to present her with a Congressional Delegation Award and an American flag flown over the United States Capitol in her honor.
All right, and thank you so much for all the hard work that you do, Congressman, because I know it's hard work.
And by the way,
it's very hard.
That chapter on me, leave it out. Leave it out.
We'll leave that chapter out. All right, thank you. All right, here we are with the one and the only, a legend in her own time, the former Deputy Speaker of the House, Marie Kirkley Bay. How does it feel to finally think you're retired? I said think, because we know how that works.
It feels wonderful. I'm very happy for the things that God has blessed me with, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to serve whenever I can.
Absolutely, and look at all the people who come out to celebrate you. It looks like a rainbow coalition. I said, you've done your job when your work reaches across cultural lines.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I was surprised at the number of people that were here. I'm really grateful for them.
All right, this is some big shoes to fill, but you know what? Us young people, and I consider myself young, got some tough shoes to fill, so we'll be calling on you often, so don't move far away.
I plan on staying right where I am.
All right,
Thank you so much, rJo.
You're welcome, you're welcome. And we have with us none other than State Representative Minnie Gonzalez, who served a long time with Marie Kirkley Bay. So how do you feel about her retiring?
Well, I miss her. I miss her every day, every day. I met Marie, my God, so many years ago, maybe like 30 years ago. And she was the president of AHA at that time. And I learned a lot from Marie. I learned a lot. Very vocal, very into the issues that really help minority people. Always was there for me. When I did have a problem, I used to go to her, always listen, great friend, great human being, and a good, excellent state rep.
All right, here you heard it here on State Representative Minnie Gonzalez, here celebrating the retirement, so-called retirement, of our own, the legend, Marie Kirkley Bay. And we're standing here with the Hartford City Treasurer, Adam Cloud, and I know that you've known Marie for a long time, so how do you feel here celebrating a legend tonight?
That's exactly right. She is a legend, and I've known Marie for quite a long time. In fact, Marie goes all the way back to when my father ran for politics, so I've known her since I've been in diapers. And additionally, my first foray into politics was helping Marie win one of her first or second campaigns when I was a young man. And she's the inspiration for why I got involved in politics. Enough said. I mean, Marie led her community, was an outspoken leader within this community, and has been a leader on behalf of all of the generation that came behind her in terms of being able to advocate, being able to show leadership, and how to work within the system to achieve the goals that we need on behalf of the residents of the city of Hartford. So I had to be here. I cut a trip short from New York just to be here tonight because she's like an aunt to me, and I love her dearly, and I wish her nothing but the best.
All right, and thank you so much for being here tonight, Treasurer.
See you, by the way.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Nicole, don't be a hater.